Previously, I designed this island from scratch with absolutely no terraforming and no Nintendo Switch Online to help me out. I had 30 days to complete that challenge and I did it, but it's time to start something new. With this island, I'm going to be starting up a festive challenge. I have just 7 days this time to turn this into a completely festive island, using festive DIY recipes and generally any holiday items I can get my hands on to really make this place feel magical. Right now, the theme of this is rundown rural town core, so it could not be further away from feeling festive. The rules from this challenge will take from the older one, aka no terraforming whatsoever. I can't use Nintendo Switch Online, but thankfully time traveling is allowed, which will give me a bit of a hand. And most importantly, I have just 7 real-life days to complete this. Can I turn this into a festive paradise? Let's find out. Okay folks, we are back on our no terraforming island, and it feels great to be here. The snow has arrived, so everything just looks so beautiful. But this time, we really have to get into gear with collecting those DIY recipes and other festive themed items that I can get my hands on. In case you're not familiar with this island, here's what it looks like. No terraforming whatsoever, and a nice cast of villagers that we all loved in the original series. So I've got a lot of work cut out for me. Right now, this island could not be further away from feeling festive. And in terms of what DIY recipes I have that are festive, I have basically none. I might have like 1 or 2 that I got from Isabel or something, but aside from that, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of work to make this island feel festive. Now, like Crossing Minute did in his 5-day series, one of the primary ways I'm going to be able to get festive items is through DIY recipes. That's where the bulk of them come from. So I'm going to actually have to try and get a lot of these in this series. Something that honestly I didn't do too much of in the previous one with no terraforming. Although I should be clear, this one is no terraforming either. I will not have the help of that to turn this into a festive paradise. So I'm very limited with what I can do. Now, I did think about starting over from scratch, but honestly, it is a lot more feasible for me to do this way. If I had tried to create an island completely from scratch, I'm not sure I could finish this challenge in just 7 days. So I feel like this way I'll have an actual chance of creating something that I feel really happy with, and that you folks will hopefully enjoy seeing as well. And we get to continue off with the no terraforming island, which I had so much fun with, so I'm really excited to do this. One thing I will say is I am not good at creating the snow boys, as you can see. Because they're in such an awkward space down here, it's really hard to roll them. Okay, I really hope the snowball has moved from here, because this is probably one of the worst places it could be. I'm really struggling to roll it around out of this little sort of crevice area where Bob's... Did that just teleport in, or am I going crazy? They did, didn't they? Okay, I've never seen that happen before. Was that some kind of glitch? I genuinely don't think I've ever encountered that. That is very strange. Please. Oh, it keeps happening. This is awful. I hate this. I know in the comments section you're probably feeling really frustrated that I'm just not getting this right, but I am trying. I promise. I'm trying. I just really need these snowballs to play ball. No pun intended, but I really do. I can see this one up here. Is the other one nearby? I don't know where it's gone. Oh gosh, I hope it's not lost forever. Surely not. It's got to be around here somewhere. I really need it because the snow boys are going to help me get some of these festive DIY recipes. Oh, don't tell me it's all the way back here. Oh no, this is probably even worse of a place for it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to move it out of here. Okay, I've got to try. It really doesn't seem to like bumping into actual items. My island is so filled with trees and stuff that it's not the most ideal kind of setting for doing this sort of thing. I've had to move so many items out of the way. Oh, I can roll it finally. Oh, okay, that's perfect. So, I'm so glad I can roll it, honestly, because trying to do it without that is just such a pain. But I've got to be really careful now, because I really don't want to destroy it. And I've also got to try and remember how to actually size these. I could look up a guide online, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, I feel like that's a good size for the actual body. It's the head now that I'm kind of worried about because, see, there's so many obstacles in my island, I genuinely have to like dig them out of the way or lift them up because I really don't want them to destroy my snowball. Please tell me it's still there. Okay, good, it is. I don't remember how many times you have to kick it before you can roll it, but this is actually more difficult than it looks. No! Why? Why? I'm not gonna lie, folks, this is not making me feel very festive. This is a lot more... It survived! Oh my gosh, it survived! I'm so happy. I thought it was gonna reset. Oh, that's beautiful. That's made me so happy. Okay. Flora, I need you to go. I really do, because you're kind of in the way right now. You're in the way of progress. You're gonna make me break this snowball again, and I can't keep going through this. I really can't. It's causing me so much stress. Flora, please. I'm so nervous right now. Who would have thought that creating a snowboy could be such a stressful process? Oh, and I'm scared about knocking it off the cliff as well. Please just let me roll it. Please. Oh, thank you. Rolling it is so much easier. I can't even express how easy this is. Okay, so the head has to be fairly small in comparison. I feel like this will be good. Can these go together now? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are they not going together? Oh gosh, I really hope I don't... Okay, I'm kind of scared. You've got to be kidding me. Little did you know this wasn't a 30-day challenge to design an island. This was a 30-day challenge to just create one snowboy. And yes, it's gone. I'm almost wondering if they just despawn eventually because... I don't see them anymore. I feel like they're gone. And oh no, they're still here. In a weird, sort of sad way, I was kind of hoping they would be gone. Oh, he's back! Okay, so there's definitely some sort of glitch. Because, yeah, it was not there a minute ago, as you saw. It was not there. So, I'm inclined to believe that there was some kind of glitch there. Definitely. I really don't know why the two of them wouldn't join together, though. I must have just not made the parts big enough somehow. I guess that's what it was. But I really thought I had. Oh no! Oh god, my Joy-Con started drifting. Oh, that was really scary. I got so scared. Oh my gosh, my Joy-Cons keep drifting. This is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get drifty Joy-Cons. I mean, they all do that, to be fair. It's not like you can choose, but still. Be careful if you're trying to create a snowboy with Joy-Cons that drift. Please? Yes! He's perfect. He's perfect. He's perfect. You're literally perfect, right? Yeah? Okay, he's gonna give me a DIY recipe. Yeah! Oh, beautiful. I'm so happy about that. He's perfect. Wait. Did he say he's perfect? I think he is. I'm really impressed with the way you made me. I'm not vain. I just appreciate the craftsmanship. Okay, he's perfect. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That was such a stress. But honestly, it was worth it just to create him. And we got a new DIY recipe as well. It's actually a snowman. That's going to be great to put around the island. Oh, I'm so happy. Now we just need some snowflakes. Realistically though, it shouldn't have taken me that long to just do that one thing, but... you know what? Cut me some slack. I don't think I've created a snowboy in years now because my main island is actually too full of items to really do that. We also can't forget that we've got to get some ornaments as well. That's really important. There's 3 different colors that you can get, which is a lot of fun. And you're going to need a lot of them if you want to be able to craft everything. So I've got to try my best here. I don't always feel like the drop rates for these sort of things are amazing. Like, as you can see, I'm shaking and shaking and shaking, and I've only just gotten one. There's another one. Okay, maybe I can't complain too much. And as far as I'm aware, it's only the trees that have the lights on them will actually drop ornaments. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Still, we're going to be doing a lot of that because whilst there are some other ways that I can get festive related items, The main way I'm going to be able to do it is through DIY recipes. Honestly, that's where the bulk of them come from, and the most amazing ones as well, so I don't really have much choice. But that's part of the challenge. I know your villagers can craft seasonal recipes as of the 2.0 update, so I'm going to have to try and check in with them several times a day, just so that I can make sure I have every single chance to get a seasonal recipe that I possibly can. Also, a lot of weeds on my island now. I guess to be fair, I haven't really logged into this one since I finished up the challenge, which was a few months ago now. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some TLC that I need to do with this island at this point. You know what though, I will say it's really fun to be doing the wintry activities in New Horizons again, and if you've been looking forward to getting back into the game at this time of the year, then you've definitely got a lot of things to do, which is a lot of fun. I always feel like this time of the year and Animal Crossing just go hand in hand really well. I mean, it's such a cozy game that it's such a perfect match. The snow in Animal Crossing looks so good, and it looks especially good in New Horizons as well. Don't get me wrong, it looked nice in the older games, but in this one, you've actually got the trees looking all frozen and everything. It's great, I love it. One thing I'm not sure about is whether any of the recipes on the beach can actually have any sort of festive items. I feel like maybe. I know the balloons can contain them, but I've never really been that good at getting balloons in this game. Not that I've struggled to, it's just I always seem to miss them or not have a slingshot on me, which, yeah, is completely my fault. Still, I am making a good amount of these festive ornaments, so that's going to help me out big time when we actually do have things to craft. We also need to look out for those big snowflakes as well, the really large ones. They're not super common. I can't really remember how rare they are exactly. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've really done the festive stuff in the game, so I don't know, but we've got to try and find them. Also, at the end of this video, I will be sharing the DIY recipe. The DIY recipe? What am I talking about? I will be sharing the dream address so that you can come and visit the island for yourself if you want to, but I do recommend watching through first just so you don't visit and get spoiled by everything we do. But, of course, at the end of the day, it's up to you. You can choose however you want to visit. It would just be great to see you visit. I can't get that snowflake. It's hidden. Oh, it left. Oh, I don't want to tear apart my island too much by doing that sort of thing either, so I might just have to let some of them go. I also do remember that Nook's Cranny has some of the festive items as well, so I'm going to have to try and get my hands on those when they become available. We'll just have to wait and see. The snowflakes seem to really disappear quickly as well, which makes them really tricky to get. Okay, here's a recipe bottle, so it'll be interesting to see if this is anything different or if it's just the usual. Let's see, a wooden stool, okay. I caught a large one, by the way. I think I completely missed that. I can't really tell which ones are the small ones and which ones are the big ones, which is, yeah, that's just completely on me. Nice little Christmas tree, you know, little garland around resident services. It looks so festive. I love it. The snowflakes love to go in places where you can't catch them. Like, how am I supposed to catch that? In what universe can I catch that? And the game knows as well. 100% the game knows when you're trying to catch things because they tend to move away from you as you do it. They know, for sure. One thing I'm kind of wondering about is how many festive items I can get from Happy Home Paradise. It almost does kind of feel like cheating in a way, but I will say there aren't as many as you might think from what I understand. Like I said, the bulk of them genuinely are from DIY recipes, and you can't buy DIY recipe items from the shop in Happy Home Paradise. So it's not like I can just forego all the DIY recipes and grab all of them. I might be able to get a few things here and there, but I won't be able to get everything. It's the same with Nook's Cranny, you know, there's going to be a few things in here maybe, but not everything. I forgot they sell the little toys each day. I think I might actually get some of these and create sort of like a little toy gift shop or workshop somewhere on the island. That could be a lot of fun. Maybe that should be where Bob's house is, because I feel like he would definitely have something like that. It's just going to be collecting a lot of these, of course. I need just a few more snowflakes and then I'll be able to craft our first item, which is a lot of fun. That feels like a nice sort of milestone to have in this series. We can't forget our friend Teddy, who was such a star of the last series. I love Teddy. Teddy is great. Teddy has really grown on me. One of those villagers who, when he first arrived on my island, he was one of my starting villagers. I wasn't too sure about him, but honestly now, I really like him. I don't mean to hit you with the net. No, I didn't mean to do that. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Let's chat. Ocean fish are so athletically dynamic. They dart around and sometimes they fly up out of the water. Studying their moves, I guarantee I could get better at dodgeball. But I haven't been able to catch one. Oh no, I should have seen where this was going. I'm sorry, I can't do it, Teddy. I can't. Unless you're going to give me a festive DIY recipe in return, it's not happening. And I don't think you're going to do that. Something I do find really funny is that you can actually scare away the snowflakes. I don't know how that works, but yes, you can. And look, right now I don't have a slingshot, so I can't... Okay, you know what? I'm going to go buy myself a slingshot because this is going to be a problem later on and I'm going to really annoy myself if I don't just do it. I just realized something I actually got off screen is this festive wreath. I believe one of my villagers gave it to me. So we're going to decorate my door with it. Look how nice that looks. Oh, that's like exactly the sort of decoration I would use too. It looks so cute. I love it. So yeah, that's good. That's a good way to start this challenge off with our first festive wreath. And I'm going to try and get lots of others for the villagers too. And maybe use Happy Home Designer, or Paradise I should say, to actually change the looks of their homes to make them kind of the typical sort of Christmas colors, you know, red, green, gold. Oh, we've got to do that. That's an idea I've literally just gotten and yeah, it has to be done. I've definitely got to do that. I can't actually remember whether Tom Nook has given me the ability to change villager homes. I believe that he did, but it's been a little while since I played now, so let's see if we can actually do that. I believe so. Can we make changes for a resident's home, please, Tom Nook? Can we design their homes? Yeah, we can. Oh, it's going to cost a decent amount of money, but that's fine. I'm sure I can make money somehow. Let's try it out. Let's do one of the homes. How about Teddy? Let's start off with Teddy. Why don't we turn Teddy's home into something that looks really festive? I've got to do it. Okay, so I'm not actually going to do anything with the interior, I should say, but I am going to do the exterior. Maybe I'll do something with the interior later if I get my hands on lots of different items, but for now, I'm just going to focus on the exterior. Now, as you can see, it's already a kind of a cozy cabin, so we're going to keep it that way. We're going to probably do a lot of those. Maybe we'll do some of these as well, but we're going to do a lot of cabins. Oh, how should I do this? So maybe like a green roof. Is there a red one? Oh, okay, wait, I just remembered. Okay, look. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's going to be so good. Is there like gold? There's kind of yellow, but that doesn't really kind of suit the vibe that I'm going for. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of gold, but I think we'd probably be better off, for some of these anyways, just sticking with the sort of green and red theme, you know? Like, that looks pretty nice to me, and I think you can still kind of tell exactly what I was going for. Oh, that color scheme's really nice. I kind of wish there was a darker green. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm really happy with how that looks. I know it's super simple, but it's perfect. We can add a reef as well. I forgot about that. We can just add a reef like this. That's amazing. Okay, what do you folks think? Do you think that looks nice? Because I like that. I'm really happy with that design. I kind of wish there was a different siding to go on it, you know? Like, I'd love to use one of these ones in red, but they aren't really. It's kind of either going to be between these two, basically, for the majority of them. So that's fine. We can work with that. And the good thing is as well, we'll get 1,000 Nook miles for doing these, which are going to help out a lot. Okay, now it's time to craft our very first festive DIY recipe, the free-tiered snowed person, which is honestly one of my favorites. I'm so glad we got this one right away. I don't know if it's just the first one he gives you or what, but yeah, I'm so happy we've got that. And I want it right in front of my house. We have those bottles, they're going away. Instead, we're getting a beautiful snowman right by the house. I love that. See, this is kind of the thing I want to do. I don't want to rip my island apart and just take everything out. I want to add to it, you know? I really want to add to it and just make it feel like it's been decorated for this time of year. Teddy, I've got a treat for you. I've made your house look incredibly cool. We need to go see it right now. Where is it? Oh wait, it's going to change tomorrow. Okay, my excitement just turned into disappointment, but I'll be patient. I just feel like there's so much to do at this time of the year in Animal Crossing. It's fantastic, honestly. It's really great for people who are just getting into the game for the first time, you know, around the holiday season, or... Wait a minute, he looks really cool all of a sudden. Why did he just appear with sunglasses? Is he trying to impress Claudia here? Well, hello there, ooh la la. I think there's something going on between Claudia and Teddy, for sure. There is. There's something about this time of day. I always seem to get a wee bit sleepy. Oh my, what was I saying? There's something going on. Like, he just appeared. He stood right in front of Claudia. She said, ooh la la. I don't care if that's her catchphrase. There's something going on. I can't wait to see what new plans you have in store for my home. You're gonna make it look like your house? Are we gonna be BHBs? Best house buds? We are best buds, but, you know, not in that way. Although I do need to do the same with my house, I guess. So we're on the Happy Home Paradise Island. I want to see if there's any sort of items that could work well for the sort of design idea that I'm going for, you know? I'm sure there's got to be something in here that could work. There are lots of sort of miscellaneous items that could work, like sort of toys, you know, and that kind of stuff, but I really want to see if there's any actual, like, proper holiday-themed items. Okay, the answer is honestly, not really. There's a few things in here that did give me some inspiration, like some things I think I could use for maybe like a fair or something for Christmas, so there's definitely a few bits and bobs I could use, but yeah, I really am going to have to rely on those DIY recipes if I want to make this happen. I think we're actually going to end off the very first day here. We've made some good progress and we've gotten things started. We'll have 6 more days left after this, so let's start up with day number 2. It is day number 2 on my festive island that still doesn't feel very festive yet, but we've got some fun work to do. My poor snowboy is already melting, look at him. Bud, I got a large snowflake and I want you to have it. Put it to good use. Okay, I will. I will, but I need more recipes. I really want more recipes though. Can I have that? Also, you know what? I'm just gonna say something real quick. Is it possible to kill him? I guess kill maybe is a harsh word, but you know what I mean? No, okay. It doesn't look like, yeah, it doesn't look like you can go behind him and hit him with a shovel. I was just kind of wondering if you could get rid of them if you wanted to, but I guess you're stuck with him until he melts, which is kind of fair, honestly, you know. I'm sorry for starting up this festive day with such evil thoughts, but it just occurred to me, okay? It's gonna be so difficult to get my hands on these festive DIY recipes, and I've really got to rely on these, you know? I will say, this part of my island already has kind of festive potential, you know? It's pretty cozy, so I feel like I just need to add in a few things there, and it'll be a lot more festive, so that's kind of an area I reckon I can get done sooner rather than later. Nook's Cranny has some more stuff for me. Oh, are those stockings as well? Okay, yeah, we want that, definitely. I know you can get some stuff on Toy Day, but I've got to figure out exactly what that's going to be. Also, I desperately need more bells. I've got to do something about the situation I'm in, because I don't have very much right now. To be fair, I do have a lot of sort of crops that I can sell and stuff, but yeah, look, I'm too poor for even this tin robot right now. Okay, I desperately need to make some money. If you watched through the whole of the last series, you will remember a reoccurring theme, which was effectively me just struggling for bells in this game. Struggling for bells, struggling for Nook Miles. I did not have a good time with getting currency. So this time I want to make sure I've actually got a decent amount so that if I do see things I want to buy, I can. Because whilst a lot of it is going to come from DIY recipes, which I guess are free in a sense, I'm still going to need the bells, as you can see. I have seen a lot of people actually say that it's more profitable just to sell the crops as they are than turn them into things, which feels like such a shame to me because I really love the idea of the cooking feature, and usually in video games, you know, you'd use that to make them a lot more profitable. So if that really is the case, that's definitely a little bit disappointing, you know? I would have loved to have made tons of bells out of making stuff, but I guess I can't. You have to let me know in the comment section below how you do it, you know, if you actually turn them into food or you just sell them as they are. I know there's a lot of different ways of making bells and such, but I do feel like this is a decent one regardless of how you do it. Crops are a lot of fun. And because this was, a rural town, that's the whole kind of original theme of this island, I've got a lot of them, so that's going to help me out big time. Even though, technically in the real world, these things would not be growing right now because it's just way too cold. We've also got to keep our eyes peeled for some balloons too, just to see if we can get any recipes from that. It's a lot less likely, from what I can tell, to get the DIY recipes, but I'm gonna try, there's a chance, and if there's a chance, I've got to take it. I've also got to figure out who exactly is crafting today, because that is genuinely going to be the best way, by far, that I can get myself more of these recipes. Also, another thing I'm trying to figure out is whether you can actually create a snowboy every single day. I want to say maybe you can. We're gonna have to figure that out soon, because if I can, I definitely want to do that, so I've got a lot of them going up around the island, and I can kind of, get the benefits of that. I feel like next year I'm going to have to try and do a Halloween challenge on this island, because there's just so many perfect items already available on this island that would fit really well for sort of autumn time, kind of like the hay bales and some of the pumpkins I've got and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do that challenge next year. Okay, we are finally not excruciatingly poor. So whilst I don't have a ton of bells, I'm still a lot better off than I was, so that's something. Okay, we've definitely got to hunt down whatever villager is crafting right now. I believe villagers can actually craft 3 times a day, maybe once in the morning, afternoon, and then sort of evening time. I don't know the exact sort of schedule. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out though, because I'm gonna want to check in on them every single time they're crafting. There's gonna be a lot of different things that I need from them. And it's not even a guaranteed chance to get a DIY recipe from them, so there's a lot to consider. Oh, look, it's Teddy's home, and it's looking great. I love it. Okay, let's see, maybe Teddy's the one crafting. Teddy is not the one crafting. Teddy is ill. Oh no. I don't have any medicine. Teddy. Gosh. Oh, this is awkward. My head. For once, I take medicine over a protein shake. Yeah. Good luck to you, Teddy. Okay, well, at least we know it wasn't Teddy who's crafting. Maybe it could be one of the villagers who lives down here. I think we've got Quinn down here, who I haven't seen around today. No, it's not Quinn. Who is it? Who is crafting right now? I need you. A snowball. Okay, oh, perfect. All right. And this area as well is going to be a lot better for creating a snowboy than the other one was, because as you can see, there's a lot of empty space here. There's not just a ton of items absolutely filling this area to the brim. I should even be able to start pushing this pretty soon. Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is exciting. All right, I mean, I've got to decide exactly where I want to put it, but aside from that, I'm quite pleased with this development. I think this is a good place to create a snowboy. I do find it funny that the snowboys are seemingly so glitchy in this game. That's definitely something I don't really recall, but I guess it's just the way the snowballs kind of spawn in, maybe. Do you know what though? Maybe I'm just incompetent, but I will say I genuinely find it hard to push these around. It is not something that I have a good time with. And it was even harder, I think, back in Animal Crossing New Leaf, where you had dirt patches, and if you rolled it around in the dirt, I think it would actually make it smaller. So at least you don't have to worry about that in this game, but that was definitely a problem that I faced quite a lot back in Animal Crossing New Leaf. This has got to be perfect. Oh, I don't know. Oh gosh. I think that could be about right, maybe? Let's give it a try. No. Okay. I don't get this. I don't understand. Am I being crazy or something? What is it about it that is not ready enough? That's what I want to know. Because generally, I thought you could put the head on even if it was really tiny or something like that. So I don't get why it's not working. It's confusing. There we go. Okay. He's got to be Oh, come on. What do you mean your head should be... You look perfect to me. Come on, you look perfect to me. You're not gonna give me anything? Oh, you... I hope you melt. I hope you melt really quickly. You're a jerk. I know, by the way, that I should just use a guide, but that takes away some of the fun of it for me, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, finally, someone who's crafting it. Look at his house. His house is very, very different, you know? I like it. It's kind of cool. Okay, what recipe do you have for me? Something festive. A festive top set. What is that? I don't know what that is, but okay, I'll definitely take it. Hey, I will take literally anything when it comes to DIY recipes. I've got to craft. Oh, okay, it's this. Okay, you know, nice little accessory. Not the most exciting thing out there, but hey, it's something. Okay, Isabel has given us another DIY recipe, a snowflake wreath. That's perfect. Yes, I've got even more stuff. Thank you, Isabel. And yes, I will be time traveling, by the way, as I mentioned at the start. That is allowed. It was allowed in the original series. It's a thing that I've got to do, honestly. If I want to be able to actually complete this, I'm gonna have to time travel, you know? There's only so many recipes I can get in a single day. The game genuinely limits you, so, you know, I've got to do what I've got to do. Ah, look at the island right now. It feels so nice. I really like it, you know? There's a good atmosphere, a good sort of vibe going on. It's great. Something I genuinely wonder is whether the sort of snowflakes become more common at this time. That would be kind of interesting. Okay, this is our next chance to create a perfect snowboy. He said his head wasn't the right proportion last time, and I can kind of see, you know, where I went wrong maybe, you know, I mean, I think he was still being nitpicky. But, you know what, I'm gonna try again, and maybe this time, this ungrateful fella can sit next to a more grateful cousin or something, you know? Oh gosh. See, I get so scared. I know it's really silly, but I get so scared pushing these around. I just, it gives me anxiety, it really does. Just the thought of breaking them, even though I can just reset, it's horrible, okay? I don't remember if these guys actually give you DIY recipes or if it's just the case that they give you the giant snowflakes. Recipes are really what I'm after, so I'm hoping, you know, maybe a bit more of that and a bit less of the giant snowflakes because, you know, I can't all I can craft is the free-tiered snow person right now anyways. Alright, I'm gonna get this absolutely perfect this time. I can see he's got quite a big body, so he needs quite a big head, you know. That's gonna be an important element of his character design. And I'm gonna get it absolutely perfect. Just wait and see. I mean, I already think this looks perfect. Let's do it. Okay, no, the game is like, no. The game says it is not perfect. Oh, why? Why did you just do that to me, game? Do you hate me? The answer is yes, you do. Okay, is the big one still there? Yes, it is. Alright. This is my chance. This is my chance to create the perfect snowboy. I've got to do it. I have to do this. After disappointing the other snowboy, what choice do I possibly have? All I can do now is go for glory. That is what I have been put here for, to create the perfect snowboy. I was mentioning the dirt thing with New Leaf, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what will happen if you put it into the beach, by the way. I might be wrong on that, but that kind of seems like it would be right to me. Okay, perfection, here we come. Yep, perfect. He's perfect. Perfect. Yes! Thank you so much. You are perfect. I knew you were going to be perfect. Give me a DIY recipe, come on. I deserve it. Yes, thank you. Oh, yes. I'm so happy about that. Oh, okay, so that's what you gotta do to get the recipes. You gotta create them perfectly. So this failure of a snowman, he doesn't deserve anything, and he doesn't give me anything. So, you know what? Forget about you. We've got a new perfect friend who's now going to give me giant snowflakes every day, so we can ignore this stupid snowman. I did realize that we actually should get quite a few decent items from Toy Day itself. There's also like a little gift exchange that you can do with your villagers. That's going to be one of the days that we do for sure. That's really going to help us out. I feel like we need so much at this point. We're only on day 2 though, so... Is that my buddy Bob down there? No, it's Daisy, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Wait. Oh, because I hit her with the net, she didn't want to talk to me anymore. Oh, gosh darn it. Why did I do that? That was really stupid, wasn't it? Ugh. Will you at least give me a giant snowflake? Oh, thank you so much. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe you don't catch them. Maybe you actually just get them from the snow boys? I think that might be the case. Maybe I caught one, but yeah, I guess because I made him perfect, that's where you get one. Bob's house is where I'm going to do the toy factory, by the way, because, you know, it's kind of Bob's theme. He's got all the toys and such, so I just think that would work really well. We also can't forget about Nook's Cranny, which does have something new for me to get my hands on today, so that is definitely very good. Got a little dinosaur toy. I think maybe rather than actually decorate with these right away, I will save some of them for the gift exchange, because I believe they give you a lot of the gifts back. So you could just kind of, you know, make the toy shop out of the ones your villagers give you and maybe get a few extras. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. I'm really struggling to figure out who exactly is crafting today. I don't always have the best sort of visual map in my head of where all my villagers live, which probably doesn't help at all. But yeah, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. Okay, it's Cephalobot. His house is kind of off on its own, so I had to try and figure out exactly where it was. Okay, an ornament table lamp. Yes. Perfect. Another good recipe to get my hands on. Alright, we're making some really good progress, honestly. I'm pleased with this. So I want to do a little inventory of what we've actually got in terms of DIY recipes. Let's go to the seasonal recipes. Okay, so here's everything that we've got. We've got the snowflake reef, we've got the frozen mini snow person, we've got the ornament table lamp. Okay, we need some other stuff for that. We need some other stuff for that. We need some stuff for this. But generally, yeah, I think, yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff here. I'm definitely going to craft maybe a few of these because I think they're fun. They're only little, but you know, they're a good little decoration for the island. And at this point, we've got so many of the snowflakes and stuff, so definitely worth putting some of those out. These are definitely one of the good ones for people to have outside of their homes, in my opinion. You know, they're like a little sort of Christmas decoration that you could put up. So I think I'm probably going to put those there in front of villager houses. I want a sort of kind of cohesive theme, you know? So I'm going to decorate all of the villager houses in a similar way, you know, with this color scheme. But I'm also going to decorate the exteriors as well so that I can have, you know, little Christmas decorations that they've put up. I think that's a cute idea. There you go, Teddy's home is looking nice and festive as well. I love it. I do really want to see more balloons because that's something I've only really seen one of so far. I've actually got my slingshot now and I haven't seen any. So I really hope we'll run into some. I've probably already missed like hundreds of them and there are people commenting right now that I've done that. So I'm sorry if I have, but you know, I tried my best. Okay, let's make another villager home nice and Christmassy. I think I'm going to do Bob this time around. You know, Bob is my best buddy of all time and the island mascot, and my character is designed after Bob as well. So we're definitely going to have to make his home nice and festive, especially if we're doing that little sort of toy shop idea outside of it as well. You know, it has to be done. Okay, for the style, I think I'm going to keep it this way. Oh, we got a nice green slate roof, but I want to see what other colors are available. Okay, we'll go for this one for now. I like that color, so maybe we'll keep that. We've got to see what sidings are available for this. I guess, oh, we do have this one. Oh, that kind of looks good. That'd be kind of good for a little sort of toy shop, you know? I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I'm not sure which one I like more. This one or this one? I think I'm going to go for this one. Okay. And then another festive reef. We do have this one. But no, we can't use the snowflake one, unfortunately. But we can use this one. So we're going to use that. Look at that. That's great. Okay, Bob's little sort of toy shop has been created. I really want to design the interiors as well, but I'd need so many different items to do that. You know, maybe if I get some extra time in this challenge, I can think about that. But for now, I'm not going to worry about the interiors just because, yeah, that'd be a lot of extra work for me. I also forgot there is some stuff in here that you can get as well. I definitely want to get that bathtub with yuzu. Might also get this as well, just because, you know, it's a wintry themed. I think that would look quite nice. Or I could give this to some of my villagers, maybe. Yeah, I definitely want to get my hands on as many different items as I possibly can. Something I've kind of realized is I actually don't need the Nook Miles as much as I did in the last challenge. I've not really got much I want to get from there. I might get like a few street lamps or something that could kind of, you know, fit the festive vibes, but There's not really a ton in there that really fit with what I'm doing with this challenge, honestly. Oh gosh, there's a balloon. I was in the middle of hitting a rock and suddenly a balloon appears. I think I've kind of ruined this rock now, so I'm not going to be getting many bells, but okay, here's a balloon. Will it contain a DIY recipe? I know some people say that certain colors give certain things. I don't know how true that is. I guess we're going to find out. There we go. Okay. I've seen people say that gold is bells. I really hope it's not, though. I really hope it's a DIY recipe. It's a hanging monitor. Okay, great. Ugh. Probably even worse than bells, actually, to be honest with you. At least we know balloons actually exist, because aside from that one I saw earlier, I've not been having the best luck. Okay, my mother sent me some very festive sounding letters, so I'm curious if the presents will be. Okay, we got the hand knit sweater, we can give that to villagers, so that'll be good. And we got the tea cozy. I don't know if I'll be decorating with them, but you know. Okay, let's craft some more of these items. You know, I might not have a huge variety at the moment, but just getting these around my island is going to be a really important task, and I definitely want to get as many of them as I possibly can. For the moment, I am going to be stockpiling a lot of the items I collect in my storage, as I just want to keep everything nice and organized. You know, I want to know exactly where everything is. I don't want to miss out on everything. I'm going to mainly keep my inventory open for the materials that I gather and stuff like that, because I just think that's going to make my life a lot easier, honestly, especially since there's so many materials to collect at this time of the year. Okay, well that's day 2 as a wrap. I'm pretty pleased with our progress on this day. It still feels like there is so much to do, but we've collected a lot of materials today. We've got another villager house changed. We've also gotten our hands on a lot more DIY recipes than we previously had. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think as long as we keep at this pace, and maybe we do a little bit of extra work as well, we should have a really good time, and there's definitely a lot more to collect, so I will see you for day number 3. Okay, it is day number 3. We are here. I did play a little bit off screen. I was actually recording it, but it ended up being quite boring, so I decided to cut it out. But I got a few little things. I got like one new DIY recipe, which is an indoor item, so not something I can use outside. I maybe got like 1 or 2 snowflakes or something, so nothing really crazy. Don't worry, you haven't missed out on anything too good. But yes, now that we're on day 3, I really feel like we need to kick it into gear even more with decorating our island. Because yes, we're starting to get some recipes now, but in terms of actually decorating, we haven't done very much. And you know, the island does already kind of look like a winter paradise, but it definitely doesn't look like a festive paradise yet. Where is the other snowball going to be? Usually they're like right together. I'm kind of concerned that this one is not in this area. Oh, that's kind of worrying actually. Because I'm so bad. Oh, there it is. Okay. See, this is what I mean when I say sometimes they just spawn in out of nowhere. Okay, well that's fine. I reckon we can do that. I actually kind of find it fun that pretty much every day so far we've built a snowboy. That's kind of something I want to keep up in a way, you know? I just think that's a fun little tradition that we're starting here. we're building a snowboy each and every day, and that's kind of cool. Not to mention the fact that it's just genuinely useful to build these guys, because they're the ones who are giving me some of the best DIY recipes. Okay, quick Nook's Cranny break, because that's why I came over in the first place. I need to buy a new net, because my one broke, which is really annoying. I feel like I'm gonna have to buy maybe 2 of them this time, because they break so easily. And I know you can do that trick where you use the customization kits and it resets them, but I just find it easier to buy them. I've also gotten comments from people, I believe I got a few on my last challenge, with people saying, why don't you just craft them? It's so much cheaper and easier to craft them. And the answer is, I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. So I just like to buy them. Despite being no terraforming, this island is still pretty much packed. So it really isn't easy to... Look, did you just see those spawn in? I think that's the first time I've actually noticed them spawn in. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, it's not always the easiest to build these snowboys because I don't have that much room. I wish I did. And, you know, it really feels like I should because I didn't do any terraforming, but the answer is, I don't, for some reason. I really don't. I guess just because I didn't do any terraforming, I just really compensated by having a ton of items and trees everywhere. Oh god, oh god. This is a tricky situation. There's a river running around the whole part of this island as well, so, you know, this is actually quite scary. No. Oh my gosh, that my heart just sank then, because I keep getting Joy-Con drift as well, so yeah, it is scary. That body is probably going to be too big, I reckon. Can I, like, I don't know. I think, oh, I've done it, haven't I? I've ruined it. I don't know. Okay, let's just put it there. And if it's too big, it's too big. But I'm going to try and hope. Maybe I'll just do quite a big head. And really hope that that will work. I'm not too confident now that this is going to work properly. Also, one thing I absolutely love is when the dung beetles are rolling these around. I think that is just quite possibly one of the best details in a video game ever. It is perfect. It's literally perfect. What are we saying? Is that a good mix? Okay, well now, oh god. See, I have to push them. Okay, let's give it a go. Is he gonna be good? I don't know. Why won't you push? Come on. Why does it do this? Help me understand why it does this. Is it like... There we go. Oh, he's perfect. Yeah, he's perfect. He's a bit bigger than usual, but I think it's more about the proportions, right? Okay, yeah, he's perfect. Great, he's gonna give me another DIY recipe. Because that's what I've learned. If you don't get them perfect, they won't give you a recipe. So, yeah, you're a bit stuck. I'm not really sure he's in the best position, to be honest with you, literally being right in front of the doors to Nook's Cranny, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I also forgot, we've got to figure out who exactly is crafting today. That's probably the most important thing. You know, getting the recipes from the villagers is going to be just as important as getting ones from the Snow Boys, so I've really got to prioritize that. Look, I just realized something. The Snow Boy that I hated, because he said he wasn't perfect, even though he totally was, is dead. He's gone. He was maybe melted down by this mysterious vat of substances. I don't know what's in there, but yeah, he's gone. My perfect ones are gonna die soon, but they live for now, and he's gone. It's actually our boy Bob who's crafting today. What do you have for us, Bob? What do you have? Oh, a festive tree, yeah! That's probably one of the recipes I wanted to get the most, actually, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, that's great, thank you, Bob. We're really going to have to do Bob's sort of toy shop soon, you know. I just need to gather a few more items, and then we're definitely going to do it, because that's kind of one of the builds I've had in my mind from the very get-go. So, just to give you an idea, these are all of the seasonal recipes that I've managed to gather so far. Quite a decent amount, honestly. You know, the problem is some of these can't be used outdoors, like this one, obviously, and, you know, the reefs can be used outdoors, but not really in the same way. So there's a lot of work to do, you know. I've still got to get a lot of stuff, but I'm feeling good about the amount of progress we're making, and I just want to get even more stuff. I really do. Because I know for you folks watching, the most entertaining part will actually be the designing, I'm guessing. So, you know, I definitely want to do more of that, but obviously this is kind of an important part of the process as well. Getting as many of these items as I can, so we can really make something that actually looks good. Because without the items, I'm not going to be able to do any designing. Oh, he's thinking about something. What are you thinking about, Drago? I got in a fight over sharing snacks with Bob. I want to make up so we can eat snacks together again, but what if Bob hates me now? Oh, that's really sad. Ben, can you deliver this present for me? I want to have my snack buddy back. That's really sad. What the heck? That's kind of... That's tearing on my heartstrings a little bit. I'm going to have to actually do that. I wasn't planning on doing that, to be honest with you. I was planning on, you know, getting some resources, but hey, I've got to do that now. Okay, Bob, here's a gift, an apology from Drago. Huh? It's a present from Drago, but why? Oh, because of the other day? I wonder what it is. Let me see. No way, I can't believe it. It's a box sofa. Huh, it's quite expensive, I guess. Drago picked this out for me? No way. No way. Oh wow, thanks for getting this to me. I'll go make up with Drago now. Hey, I want you to have this. I just want to say thanks. Thanks. What is it, Bob? It's a hat of some kind. A lunch service cab. What do you think? I'm like your personal lunch person or something, Bob? I'm not gonna give you any lunch. Oh hey, don't touch my wooden block table. I had a big espresso spill. Wow, even Bob has been listening to espresso this summer. That's crazy. He's crafting late, cause he's a villager. Oh, he looks so cute in his purple blossom tea. I'm not gonna try and sing ever again. I think that'll be for the benefit of everyone. I feel like Drago kind of manipulated me there a bit because he was like seeming really sad, but now he's just reading a book on flowers. So I don't know, maybe he was genuinely upset, but there's also a part of me that's like, I think he lied. I know that sounds harsh, but you know what I mean? His vibe has completely changed and I don't like it, you know? To be honest, the day I'm really looking forward to, which should be coming up pretty soon in-game, is Toy Day. Because that's going to allow us to get so much more stuff. It's going to be just so much fun to play Toy Day on the Festive Island. That's why I want to get a little bit more decorating done, so that I can actually enjoy Toy Day the way it should be, you know? I do also want to note one thing in case you didn't watch the original series. I'm not allowed to use Nintendo Switch Online at all, so that does unfortunately mean I'm not allowed to use any custom designs. Because, you know, I'm sure some people would do a Festive Island and have loads of really cool custom designs and stuff, and it would look absolutely amazing, you know, there's lots of things you could do with custom designs. But I just didn't want that to be a part of the challenge. As you can see, there's none whatsoever. So, yeah, it will not be a part of this time either, so... My designs will be a little bit more simplistic than what they could be, you know, but it's just how it's got to be. I want to keep the rules the same as for the original challenge. I don't want to suddenly add it up just because we could go even further with designing. I think keeping it simple is better. Although, to be clear, I never keep it this simple on my main islands. I'm always doing tons of pathways, using tons of custom designs. I'm always doing tons of stuff. So this is really the only time that I'm doing something simple. Something else that actually kind of helps about this island is all the white flowers we've got, because they go really well with the snow, and I think they fit so nicely with this whole idea that we're going for. So I'm glad I did that, you know? I've kind of just caught on to the fact, by the way, that I've been saying, you know, like a billion times, and I think I do. I do that in my videos. It's almost my way of not saying, because when you first start recording videos, you tend to say, a lot when you know, in between sentences and stuff. And I guess mine has become, you know, to try and not say, So, that's an interesting fact that I'm sure no one cares about, but it's interesting to me. Okay, we've gotten a decent amount of wood now, which was one of the main things I needed to craft more. So let's see what we can actually craft and maybe get some more of these items up around the island. I really want to craft the tree. Yes, how many of these can I make? I can make a few, actually. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. I don't just want one of these up around the island. I want loads, so definitely going to do that. I think I can make 3 of them, if I'm correct. Let's see. The ornaments don't drop as much as you'd really like them to, but... okay, no, I can only make 2. I'm out of ornaments, but we can get more of those. Giant... well, it's not giant, but yeah, let's get one of these. I think that'd be fun. I just want to get everything, you know? I want to have so much stuff around the island that it is genuinely crazy. That's what I want. Gotta have more of these guys up as well. I'm gonna basically use all of my snowflakes crafting them. But they're such a great item, you know, they're a permanent snowman. You don't need to have the ones you build around, you can just have these guys. Okay, that's pretty much all I could craft, but I'm happy with the result. We need to figure out where we're going to put stuff though. That's the really tricky part. I want to decorate this shopping area a little bit, so I might put a festive tree here. I want to generally put stuff in areas where I know people are going to visit. And obviously the shops are quite a big one for that sort of thing, you know, people are going to be at the shopping areas of my island, so I feel like adding these sort of little festive touches will help a lot. With this whole island challenge, I'm not going to go as all out maybe as, you know, I could. if I had a lot of time to do this, like I had 30 days, I could do something absolutely crazy, I'm sure. But I think my goal is just to create something that I feel happy with, you know? I want to be able to wander around this island and look at it and be like, you know what, I think it's festive enough. I think it looks really nice and festive and cozy. So that's my goal here. So yeah, maybe don't expect literally every single inch of the island covered in festive items. Expect something more like, you know, I've actually decorated the island for these festive times. But to be clear, I am still going to put a lot of effort into this and get as many items as I possibly can, because I just want to make it feel really magical. Okay, I tell you what, we're going to do one of our first sort of exciting builds, I'm going to call it, on the island. And that is going to be Bob's Toy Shop. You know, I've been saying about this, I feel like, for ages now. So, it's finally time. We're going to do Bob's Toy Shop. So, we're going to have to remove some of the more ugly stuff that Bob's got here that really doesn't fit in anymore. Now, since I don't have a ton of items available, I'm going to have to be a bit more creative with how I do these things. You know, I'm going to have to use some cardboard boxes as tables and stuff. But I kind of like it in a way because it shows Bob's sort of, I don't know, crafty sensibilities, you know? He's not just, he's not got a professional shop or something. He's literally just making this up as he goes along, and I quite like that. I guess that's kind of self-projection because I'm actually the one doing the design, but, you know, you gotta be proud of yourself sometimes. Also, yes, I know that is not symmetrical with his house. Okay, so something important that I've just realized is not all of these items can actually go on boxes and stuff, so we're gonna have to remove some of them. Okay, this is kind of cute, you know? It's a very simplistic build. We're just basically working with what we've got. But I like it. It's getting me in the holiday spirit. It's cute, you know? I'm pleased with this. We're also getting even more of these sort of festive themed items up around the island in just random odd little places as well, which I do think is important to do because whilst doing some nice builds is definitely a good idea, I do also want to be able to have lots of little touches just here and there around the island. I think that's going to make it feel even more alive, you know, just like this, just something cute. Okay, we've gone forward a day so I can get another recipe and make another snow boy. What does Claudia have for me? Will I forgive her? A jingle wool? Maybe not, you know? I mean, I do want to decorate the interior of my house, to be fair, so it's something. But I really want the outdoor items so I can decorate the majority of my island. Come on, Claudia. Okay, so the snowballs are in an even more awkward position today. They are back here, and I've already broken one of them. Ah, but there is the Santa outfit in the Able Sisters, so I really want to put that on. Now, I'm going to try and sort of tweak it with the outfit I've got on, just so it, you know, we're keeping like a thread, so I'm not going to wear the full thing, but I'm going to wear as much as I can. There we go, you know. Is it perfect? Maybe not, but we're keeping a theme going. Wait, I need the beard as well. I need the beard. What am I doing? Of course I've got to get the beard. I won't have my oh, wait, I will have my glasses on. Okay, look at that. What a character. I'm not sure that I have the skill to deal with these snowballs, but I'm going to try it. What do you folks think? Do you think I can do this? Maybe I can. Oh, look, I'm doing it. I mean, I've done this one at least. Genuinely, I've done so much more winter stuff on this island than I ever did on my own one. And that's crazy to me because obviously I had my own island, well, I still have it for nearly 5 years at this point. But for some reason, I never really did too much of the collecting seasonal recipes and collecting snowflakes and building snow people and stuff. I didn't really do it. I'm gonna put him over here so this can kind of be like my snow person graveyard. Oh, now we've got to do this one. Okay. This is not gonna be... Oh, I knew! I literally knew that was gonna happen. I'm gonna go crazy if the one I rolled is not still there. Okay, good, it is, because that would have been really awful if that one disappeared. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, so you can never really tell how it's gonna go. Now I've just got to figure out where this other one is spawned into. Okay. Oh, it's over here this time. All right. Yeah, I can definitely work with that. It's just this kicking stage. The rest I can handle. It's when you're kicking it about and you have so little control over it, that's when I really struggle. This series has basically gone from, you know, Ben designs a festive island to Ben struggles to create snow boys and gets low-key kind of angry at them. No, that head is way, way too small. But then I'm scared if I roll it over there, it's going to be... That's perfect. Just work. Come on, there you go. Perfect. He's perfect. Yes, I knew it. I'm so good at this. I've only done one. That was wrong. I actually can't believe that. I don't know if this game is just being generous. I think maybe it is, but still. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Also, frozen sculpture? Which one is that? Oh, that's the really cool bear one. Oh, yeah. I might actually kind of like turn this area, not into like a snow rink because I don't really have those items, but I don't know though, maybe I could try. I don't have custom designs, but I could do some bits and bobs, you know? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that could be a little, you know, instead of the car park, maybe a little skating rink. Okay, just one more thing I want to do for day number 3, because we're making tons of progress now, so I don't mind ending the day off here. We can go on to day number 4, but one more thing. Okay, we're going to do Quinn's home this time around, since we're kind of doing them in a row. You know, I'm trying to just do all of the ones at the bottom of the island as well, so the ones you'll kind of see right away. But ultimately, I'm going to do every single one, so it doesn't really matter what order I do them in. And honestly, this has kind of been a big part of it for me, because changing the look of their home does actually make a pretty significant difference, and it's not something you need to collect items for or anything like that. You can just do it, and it's really nice and easy. Okay, we can actually have a red roof with a green siding, so that's quite cool. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. It's kind of an inverse of some of the other ones I've done. And I can give the snowflake reef now. I'm gonna give it. I would go for this one, but I think I'm going to do this one just because, you know, I want some variety. Okay, so that is going to end off day number 3. We are on to day 4, and then we'll be halfway through this challenge, which is crazy. So see you for day 4. Welcome back to day number 4 of my festive island. Just to give you a little update, I did get a few items off screen. I'm sorry, I really felt like playing and getting a few little things off screen. Only these 3 though, to be honest with you. So we've got the illuminated tree now, which is amazing. I can't wait to put that around the island. We've also got the big festive tree, which once again, I can't wait to put this out. I'm gonna craft one really soon. And we've also got the frozen counter, which is also amazing. I figured out that you can actually just go to Cap'n Islands and get a ton of different resources and stuff. And one thing they actually have that I didn't consider I could use to decorate the island to make it feel even more festive, but is honestly a really great idea, is holly bushes. So obviously I could plant them myself and grow them, but you can just get a ton of them for free from a Cap'n Island. So that's exactly what I've done, and I think I'm probably going to replace a lot of the existing bushes with those. So my kind of plan at the moment is we're on day 4 right now, which is good, but we're getting very, very close to Toy Day. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dedicate all of day 5 towards Toy Day, because obviously I want to play a little bit more on Toy Day. You know, I don't want to skip forward too quickly. So I'm going to make a whole sort of day just out of playing Toy Day, getting the items that Jingle can give you and stuff, and just doing some decorating whilst Toy Day is actually going on. So today will be sort of our preparation for that in a sense. We're going to try and get even more recipes to get ourselves close to Toy Day, and yeah, just really get ready for the kind of end stages of this challenge, which feels crazy to say because I feel like I've made so little progress, and I know right now it doesn't look like I've done a ton, but I'm kind of really just setting up the groundwork, I would say, for all of what I'm going to do. And The biggest part of that, as I've said many times now, is getting all of these really nice festive items. So that's what I'm focusing on. And once we've done that, then we can really start actually tying it all together and making it look nice. But to be honest with you, I think even doing small things like this, like adding in the holly bushes and stuff, does actually make a big difference. I mean, when you consider how many bushes are placed around my island, doing this is going to make a huge difference. It's really going to make it feel just that much more festive, which I'm excited about. And it's an intentional change, you know, so when people hopefully visit the dream address, you will be able to see these changes and know why we made them, which I think is a lot of fun. Definitely the one thing I've not really had any luck with whatsoever in this challenge as of yet is I have not been able to find a single DIY from a balloon. And I remember back in the day, well, don't look at him by the way, he is he's a bit of a failure. But yeah, I remember back in the not back in the day, but you know, back before the 2.0 update in this game, that was kind of the only way to get the seasonal DIY recipes. So it's a lot easier now, you can get them from your villagers. I think this challenge would be very, very difficult if I didn't have the ability to do that. Okay, so we've got a ton more DIY recipes right now, which is great. I've crafted a lot of different stuff. One thing I definitely want to do is change up this area a little bit, which I'm gonna need more pocket space to do. Okay, so as I was saying, I want to decorate this area a little bit. I want to turn this into a little ice skating rink. Rink? Ring? I don't even know. I think it's rink. At least that's how I've seen it spelt before, but now I'm doubting myself whether that's actually correct or not. Regardless of that, we're gonna make it into something nice. Okay, so I can't use Nintendo Switch Online for patterns, but who said I can't make one myself? I don't know if this is gonna look any good. Or I'm more worried about I'm more worried about whether it'll actually match up. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board with that one, I think. Okay, I know this looks really rubbish, I know. But, you know, I wanted to make it clear what this is supposed to be. I really did. So, this is my attempt at creating a sort of ice pattern. It looks more like a blueberry. So yeah, I don't think it's the greatest pattern out there. I think the other one probably made a bit more sense. But, you know, what are you gonna do? I think this will help at least let people know what this area is supposed to be. Okay, so I found a much better way of designing it, and I also found a better color palette as well. So I'm really happy with this. I think this looks really nice, you know? I still need to add in a few more details, you know, like some of the cars and stuff, which are gonna go here and wait around and such, but I think that looks great, and this is a really nice, quite large build that we've gotten done now. So that's really helpful, to be honest with you, to have such a big build on the island. Of course he sits down where I want to put my car. Why do villagers do this? They never interact with any of the items in the game, but you know, if you want to place something down, oh, believe me, they will sit. They will sit. Thanks, Cephalobot, for just ruining everything, basically. Like, what am I even supposed to do now? This is actually genuinely infuriating. I'm gonna box you in there so you can't escape. It's what you deserve. You know what? I'm genuinely gonna do it. Here we go. Look, no. There you go. Have fun. You're stuck. Have fun. So, yeah, I like this a lot. I think this has come along really nicely, and I'm glad I could make these changes to the pattern so it didn't look so awful, because it looked terrible before. So, honestly, that in my opinion just looks so much better. I do also want to mention I got a red balloon, which I remember back in the day people used to say these ones actually had the DIY recipes in them. So, no, it's a metal can. What is a metal can? Show me. Just show me. Oh, great. To be fair, it kind of fits with some of the items we've got along here, you know, the sort of car-themed items, but we want festive ones. Come on. I really need something big and festive in this part of the island because it's just got nothing. So I think this is where I'm going to put at least one of the big festive trees that I've gotten. You know, it's the little used car dealership that I made. Maybe they're just celebrating for Christmas and getting everything ready and looking nice. So why not? I think that's a great place to have the big festive tree. So for some reason, when I'm shaking the trees to get ornaments, I have absolutely no luck getting the gold ones. I get tons of the blue ones, I get plenty of the red ones, but for some strange reason the gold ones barely ever seem to drop, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if genuinely they do have a lower drop rate, or if it is just the case it's random. I mean, there's one, but look, there's loads of red. I have no idea, but all I can tell you is it's very frustrating. Okay, another villager's home needs to be designed. This time it's going to be Claudia, because Claudia lives sort of, you know, in the bottom, sort of, not really the bottom actually, the top left side of the island. So after this, it'll be all villagers basically on the right hand side of the island. So I'm kind of doing it in a line so I know exactly which ones I've done, because I don't have the best memory. So trying to memorize every little thing I've done in this challenge can be quite difficult. But I'm really enjoying doing this. This is just a nice, easy way of making a big difference on the island when it comes to making it feel more festive. It's so simple to do. I mean, I'm literally just changing the colors around of their houses. I could do a little bit more than that, but I want to mix it up a bit. You know, I want to... No, actually, that's not the right word. I don't want to mix it up a bit. I want to keep it simple. I don't know why I immediately went to I want to mix it up, but you know what I mean. I want to keep things nice and simple and go for the same color schemes. The game doesn't give you a ton of options, honestly. I wish it did. I wish there were even more to go with, but sadly, it doesn't really. Hopefully in the next game, we'll have absolutely tons, because there's definitely some from Animal Crossing New Leaf that I'm really missing that I wish they had given us in this game. And so hopefully in that next game they'll do that. One thing I will say to you folks is if you've kind of fallen out of love with playing Animal Crossing recently, do one of these challenges. Genuinely, this makes me enjoy playing the game so much more. I'm having so much fun right now playing, and it's not really a feeling I've had in quite a while, to be honest with you, which is really sad. But obviously the game's been out for nearly 5 years at this point, which just feels wrong to say. So yeah, definitely start up a new challenge. I think you'll enjoy it a lot more than you think. And it's great, honestly, it really is. So one thing I do want to do is a little sort of fairground, you know, Christmas fairs, or Christmas markets, I guess is the better word, are quite a popular thing. So I think that would be a fun one to do around the island, maybe next to resident services. I actually went to a really amazing Christmas market this year. The whole town was decorated and it was incredible, honestly. I really loved it. So I want to try and maybe get that kind of vibe in the game a little bit. Obviously, the only problem is I only have so many Nook miles, so I'm definitely going to have to keep up with decorating the villager homes because those are going to help me get more and more. An important question is, where should I do it? Because I said I want to do it near the resident services. I don't know. It's tricky. I feel like doing it here could be kind of cool, but this is more like the pathway. Maybe over here? It's a tough one. Maybe over here. Yeah, why not? I think I'll do it over here. I know this is kind of the farm area. But, you know, sometimes farmyards get turned into this kind of thing. So why not? Let's do it over here. This challenge is really making me want to do one for Halloween next year. So I don't know, I might. I feel like with that one I would rather maybe completely start from scratch. But we'll have to see. There's a lot of different options that we could go for. So let's just play it by ear and see how we feel. I'm also cleaning up some of the sort of more messier items and organizing them a little bit differently because, you know, I want this bathtub with yuzu out, but also I think it's kind of a hilarious idea to have the cans and snacks right by it. So maybe like Bob has been chilling in here like it's a hot tub and leaving his snacks and stuff around. And in fact, that one at the bottom kind of looks like it could be a cat food pouch. I know it's not, but things are really starting to come together though on this island now. I mean, earlier on, I know in the video I was saying, oh, I feel like I've not really done anything. But when I actually look around, I feel like we've got really good bones for making a festive island. And It's more just the case of adding nice things in and changing things around slightly, rather than trying to, reinvent the whole island. That's not what I'm trying to do here. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not trying to do everything from scratch. I just want to improve upon what we've got and add to it to make it feel more festive. A good example of that would be adding something like Bob's little Christmas toy shop. It's nothing too elaborate, honestly, but it works. It works, yeah. It makes a nice little addition to the island. And even just things like adding this little snow person around. It just lets you know that we've decorated for this time of the year. I wouldn't mind doing something over here, to be honest with you. I feel like the fountain kind of has potential. Maybe if we put a little tree here. And, Flora's chilling by Bob's house. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe she wants to purchase some of his wares. To be fair, he does have a good selection here, so I can't really blame her. Okay, well, I think that is going to end it, actually, for day number 4. I'm really happy with the progress we made today. There's part of me that's feeling like, I didn't actually make that much, but I also feel like I did. I collected a lot of new DIY recipes, which are really useful, and we've gotten more materials, we've gotten a big new build done, and we've just gotten a lot of cool items coming our way. We've got the fairground idea. So yeah, you know what? I have honestly done quite a lot today, and tomorrow is going to be a really big one. Day number 5 is Toy Day, where we're going to collect some of the best items yet, hopefully, and we're really going to make a big change on the island and, really level it up to feeling super duper festive. So I'm excited for that, and I will catch you on day number 5 for Toy Day. It is day number 5 on my festive island, and it is officially Toy Day. I'm so excited about this. The island's starting to feel very magical. I mean, just look how pretty it looks. It feels festive already, even though I realistically haven't actually done that much yet. But, it's looking great. It really is. I'm feeling positive about things. I've got a lot of DIY recipes, and today is going to be a very big day in terms of collecting some more items and just, making the island feel even more festive. There he is. It's Jingle. Ho ho ho. Happy holidays. I guess he's not Santa. I'm Jingle, the black-nosed reindeer. This is the most special and exciting time of the year, isn't it? And today is the most exciting day of all. It's Toy Day. Now, I've got the very best job I can think of in the whole world. I get to help Santa deliver presents. So, how's your toy go? I can't speak. Okay, so we get some festive wrapping paper. I think this is the item you use when you want to, wrap the presents for your villagers, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of cool. Also, I forgot the villagers actually interact with some of the Christmassy things. Oh my god, look at Boy, he's so cute! Do you think the sky gets presents for Toy Day? It looks so happy right now. Aww. Don't, Bob, you're gonna melt my heart, and you don't want to be melting things right now. We're enjoying the snow. Now, I know some people might be wondering why I didn't leave this until the very last day. Toy Day is kind of the big sort of festive thing going on at this time of the year. And I think the reason for that, honestly, is the fact that for the last 2 days, I really want to get some more builds done. I really want to focus on actually doing the big designing bits, and then on the last day, adding in the final touches and giving you a full tour of the island. So it kind of feels appropriate to put Toy Day here for me, just so there's plenty of room for the remaining 2 days, which is kind of crazy to think we've only got 2 days left, so that we can, have plenty of time to do the actual designing bits, because after all, that is the main point of this little series. We want to be able to do all the nice designing bits, and we've got a lot to do. So I'm more using Toy Day as an opportunity to collect more items and stuff like that. Once again, these gold ornaments are eluding me. I don't know why these particular ones feel so rare. Of course one appears the minute I say that, but still, this is... I mean, I've got so few, and you need all 3 of them to craft this recipe, so it is a little bit annoying, I guess in a sense, it's not really difficult to get the ornaments, it's just a matter of time. You just have to constantly stand there and press A, so it doesn't require any skill, but it does require a lot of extra time, and it's annoying, honestly, to sit there and spam the A button. It hurts my finger, but I finally have enough ornaments to get all of the gift wrapping that Jingle wants, So that's good. Then we can hopefully begin with the better bits of Toy Day. Although I think the game is actually going to make me update my outfit, because right now I am missing the hat, I believe. So I'm pretty sure the game is going to make me put on the hat as well. Okay, Jingle, I've got the goods. I've got the wrapping paper. By the way, if you don't know how to play Toy Day, I have a really old video on my channel from 2020 where I actually go over how to play this. So if you don't know, you're new to the game or whatever, you've never played Toy Day before, then you can definitely check out the guide. That's on my channel. Okay, so we have oh my gosh, they're singing Christmas carols. That's adorable. Okay, I have the magical bag now. The magic bag. How do I know who wants what? There are 10 gifts left in the bag. Okay. I have a gift for you. Oh, okay, you don't get to choose. See, this is why I kind of think it was better in Animal Crossing New Leaf, because they would give you little clues throughout the month where they would tell you exactly what you want. And that was really great. I really liked that. It was a little bit frustrating if you didn't have time to play a ton through December, and I think that's why they changed this. But at the same time, I don't love the fact that in New Horizons they kind of dumbed down certain parts of the game, and I'm sure a lot of you who played the older games will agree with me on this. They simplified some stuff a bit too much. And I think sometimes Nintendo kind of looks at their audience like, we're all kind of toddlers or something. And whilst Animal Crossing is for all ages, I don't think it hurts to have a little bit more complexity in it. And, sort of getting hints about what Gifts Villager wants isn't even that complex anyways. Don't undermine young children either. They can definitely figure it out. They did in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I did when I was a kid. So I think... that's just my little criticism for Animal Crossing New Horizons. I definitely think next game, make things a little bit more complex. Don't just let us hand over the gifts. Let us actually do the clues and stuff like that. It just improves the experience. My favorite. I've got to give him the best gift of all. See, I wish I could be giving him a more specific thing. I guess you can kind of do it with the toy exchange afterwards, but let's be honest, it's not the same. I want it to be part of the main event. I'm so happy with this, by the way. I think this looks amazing. I can't wait until he melts so that he's no longer cramping up the style of this area, because it looks great. And finally, we've got some custom designs on the island, because I didn't have to use Switch Online, because I just made the most basic design ever. You folks are going to have to hold me to the idea of doing a Halloween themed island, by the way, because I can just imagine having like little pumpkin patches around and having these hay bales out and stuff like that. I've really got to do that. I just think that would be so much fun. There's so many great Halloween items as well, and they're a lot easier to get than these ones because you don't need the recipes. So I really, really want to be able to do that next year. I think that'd be fun. I might do that one from scratch if I do that and, change up the rules slightly. I've been debating whether actually I should call this one No Switch Online or No Terraforming. You'll see, I guess, in the title which one I went for, because both are true, both have been the rules. I don't know if the no terraforming element of it is as interesting as the idea of not using Switch Online. But we'll see. I feel like there should be a villager crafting somewhere as well, if I'm correct. At least, I believe someone will still be crafting even though it's Toy Day. Most of the villagers seem to be out. There was Quinn who was in, but aside from that, I think the majority of them have been out around the island. Also, do you know what else is really sad about this version compared to New Leaf? They don't just think you're Santa. Back in New Leaf, your villagers actually believed you were Santa. You were fooling them. And that was adorable. That was absolutely adorable. In this game, they just think you're helping Jingle, I think. It's not really too clear in all of the dialogue. At least it wasn't in the dialogue I just discussed with Daisy. I will also say I don't know if maybe they would believe I was Santa if I had the hat on and the rest of the gear. Maybe they would. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't remember that being a thing in this game. I forgot there would still be snow boys to create even on a day like this, so I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, so I guess no one crafts on Toy Day. He's got his crafting bench out, but that just might be there all the time because I didn't see anyone crafting, so I guess that's not going to be the case. Wait, I actually realized I still have Teddy and Claudia that I have to give gifts to. For some reason, I just completely missed their houses, so we're gonna head over to them right now. Okay, so sadly no one is crafting on Toy Day, but I guess that makes sense. You know, you've got to give them their gifts, and why should they be doing hard work on Toy Day? They want to enjoy themselves. It's not fair, but I would have liked a recipe, I'm not gonna lie. Also, it looks like we've made a best friend. We are now best friends with Teddy. I got that celebration when I talked to Teddy, so that's actually quite cute. Aw, me and Teddy are besties now. Okay, I decided to put the hat on as well because I want to be fully dressed up for this event. Even though I basically just completed it, I've still got to enjoy at least part of it in this full outfit. Well, Jingle, I did all of your bidding for you. Can I please have a present now? I want a really good present. What is it going to be? Okay, he's going to take away my magic bag and he's going to give me a recipe first of all, which I'm not sure what it is. Okay, we got the Toy Day sleigh. Now, this is an item I really wanted, so I'm very, very happy about that. But what is the recipe? I mean, he gave me the other recipe earlier, but I want to see what this one is. What is it? A gift pile. Okay, perfect. So we can make a really nice little area with the sleigh and some gifts. Ooh, I gotta do that. Okay, so if you want to take a look at the different rates for how often these seem to drop, I'm gonna show you right now how many of these I have in comparison to each other. Now, I don't know if this is an actual thing or if it's just how many I've ended up using, but look, I have 10 gold ornaments, I have 21 red, and I have 34 blue ones. What is up with that? Why so many blue ones? Okay, it's time to do some crafting. We have a lot of stuff right now, and I really want to see what I can make. Okay, so I need some red wrapping paper for the gift, I need some wooden block toy, and some cardboard boxes. That's actually not as bad as I thought, because it doesn't require any ornaments. So wooden block toy, I believe we can make a ton of those. I have loads and loads of, what's it called, the little softwood? That's really easy to get, okay. Yeah, I can make tons of these. Then we get the red wrapping paper from Nook's Cranny, and then we need cardboard boxes, we can get those from resident services. So we can actually make quite a few of these, which is good. That's going to help the decorating a lot. Also, something I forgot about is we can customize this sort of stuff. So I think when we go over to Cyrus, I'm going to take a lot of this stuff with me and customize it all, just so we can have some variety and they're not just the default items, you know? Okay, Timmy and Tommy have lied to me. Because what is this? I don't have red wrapping paper. Where do I get red wrapping paper from? Do I just have to get lucky enough for it to appear in Nook's Cranny? Oh, that's annoying. I kind of feel like you can craft it maybe, but I genuinely don't know how. Oh my gosh, that's actually really annoying. Okay, so for now, we're not going to be able to craft those presents because we've got to wait to get the red wrapping paper, which is just slightly irritating, I'm not going to lie. But we still have other things we can craft, thankfully. Okay, so I have crafted a whole bunch of items. It is time to bring them to Cyrus so we can get these customized and we can get them looking really nice and unique for the island. I forgot the special characters are wearing Christmas hats around the island too. I love it. It's so great. I just love all the details in Animal Crossing New Horizons. There's definitely something they didn't skimp on compared to, you know, some of the things I was talking about earlier. I'm actually quite curious about some of these customizations, to be honest with you, because I can't really remember a lot of them. So it's going to be really interesting to see what we can change. Okay, here's the big tree. Okay, don't love the blue. Red, that one's quite nice compared to the gold. The red's quite nice. Pink, maybe not. Gold, maybe not. And white, okay. I think we're going to go nice and red for this big tree. I think that looks good. I forgot that I ordered these items as well. It would be really nice if they had a red version, but they've only got green. So what I might try and do is, yeah, I'm going to use the red flags on them so that they're kind of festive colors. Try and spot the difference between these two. I guess you can notice it, but this is like those shiny Pokemon, like Garchomp, where they've just got a really tiny color difference, and you don't really notice it that much. To be fair, that's probably better than Garchomp. And then half of the shinies in Pokemon are like a sort of pink, magenta color, and sometimes you get really nice gold ones, orange ones, you know, green ones, they're very common too. A lot of people don't like green ones. Purple ones, usually quite popular in my opinion. I just don't know what color to go for with this guy because none of these are really appealing to me. I think I'm going to go with green. I don't know why. I just like the green one. Something I realized is sadly you cannot customize Jingle Sleigh. So unfortunately, we will not be able to have a customized version of that. But you know what? That's kind of fair, honestly. It's such an iconic item now. So it's got to stay the way it is. But now I have a ton of items to decorate the island with in unique colors and such, so I'm so excited about that. We're going to go back and do that. Something I do want to quickly do before I do that is go over to another Cap'n Island, just in case we can get one with a festive recipe. If not, we might be able to get some holly bushes at least, which is always good, so that's what I'm going to quickly do. Okay, here is the recipe bottle. I'm really hoping it'll have something good in it. Come on, Cap'n, give me a festive recipe. Gold bars? Gold bars? That's not what I wanted. At least they have holly bushes on this island, I guess. Okay, I'm actually decided. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of the villager homes to look festive, as I've kind of been doing every day, and then I'm going to stop. So rather than decorate with all these items I've got, I'm going to save that for day number 6. You know, I feel like day number 5 has kind of mostly been dedicated to Toy Day, so that's kind of how I want to keep it, and I don't want this day to drag on for too long, but we can definitely turn day number 6 into a massive decorating day where we put down just a ton of items and really transform the island, honestly. So that is exactly what I want to do. Look at Tom Nook and Isabelle in their little Santa hats. I love it. It's so adorable. Okay, it turns out I don't have enough bells on me right now to do that. So we're going to end off this day shortly. I'll probably get some bells off screen and such. But yeah, I've got to stop recording now, unfortunately. So we will see you tomorrow. Or, well, today for you, as you're watching this in one long video. But I will see you tomorrow for day number 6, which is going to be a very big day. So, we are officially here on day number 6 of the Festive Island Challenge, and today is going to be a very big day as we finally have the bulk of items that we need in order to decorate. And we're going to place the majority of these around the island so we can get ready for the final day. I don't think I'm going to be collecting any more items at this point, honestly, because I just have so many, and I'm really happy with how things are turning out. You know, there's a lot of places around the island that I think could look better, and that is exactly what today, number 6, is going to be for. We're really going to tie everything together, so why don't we start doing that? Here's Teddy. How are you doing, Teddy? Afternoon, Groof. You doing good? I'm doing good. How about you, Teddy? You can't beat a cold protein shake after a hard workout. I live for that first sip. I don't know, I've never really had a protein shake before, and I don't know if I intend to start now. I'm sorry, Teddy. Okay, I think having something outside of resident services quite sort of noticeable would be a good idea. So, I think this is where I'm going to put my Jingle Sleigh, because it's just one of the best items for this time of the year. I feel like it's got to go somewhere very, very noticeable. I want everyone to see it, basically. So, this is the perfect place. I'm going to put something by it as well, just to accentuate the look a little bit. Also, I want to note that the flowers have gone absolutely crazy around my island, honestly. It's a lot right now. It's incredibly a lot. There we go, that's quite cute. We've obviously got our little barrel over here and stuff like that, so that helps a lot. We're just trying to add in little details to make it as nice as we possibly can. I'm not going to get literally every part of the island decorated, I'm sure, but I'm going to do as much as I can to make it look really nice. I forgot about this little area, so this is kind of going to be our theme park, not theme park, but our little sort of Christmas fair type area. I wasn't able to get all of the items that I would have liked to have gotten, sadly, but I still managed to get quite a few that I think will help tie this area together, so I'm just going to use as many of them as I can. And I really like these plaza items because whilst they aren't explicitly holiday themed, they still work really well for this sort of idea, I feel, you know? They've got the festive colors too. They've got that red and green, and then we've got the kind of golds as well. So it's a nice little color scheme. I just want to make sure I fairly distribute the items around the island as well, so I don't really forget about anywhere and we don't have any really sort of empty patches of the island. I also did a lot of customizing as well. Oh my god, look at all the flowers. Oh no. The island has been taken over. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. So it snowed a few times and now look at it. I'm gonna have to do some serious work to get rid of all of these. I might keep the hybrids, but gosh, all of just the regular ones that have filled up the island. This is crazy. What am I gonna do? This is why you need the custom designs around your island, the transparent ones, because they will help a lot. Believe me, those will help a lot. This is just... this is too much. I'm not going to get rid of all of these, but I'm definitely getting rid of the ones that are in the way of pathways, because that's just not what I intended for my island. Don't get me wrong, I like flowers in Animal Crossing, so I'm not complaining too much, but this is just on a different level. It really is. If anyone needs any flowers, I would say come to me, but this is a no terraforming island, so... well, no Switch Online island, I should say. You don't use terraforming to go online. To be fair, the one good thing about this is, even though these flowers aren't necessarily festive, they kind of fit in with the theme, you know? They've got the same color scheme as the snow for the most part, so I can't complain too much. Okay, I feel like resident services would be a good place to put one of the absolutely massive trees. Resident services, Nook's Cranny, I mean. So I'm going to move this construction vehicle, and that's where I'm going to put one of the giant trees, the big festive trees. Because, yeah, there you go. That really stands out quite nicely. That just, again, it helps tie this area together. It helps make it feel even more festive. We've got the snowman over there, and now we've got something else. Honestly, it's really hard going through the island in your head mentally and trying to think to yourself, okay, where have I put everything? Which island areas might not have enough? That's the sort of tricky decisions that I've got to make with this challenge. I still don't know why I made him green, to be honest with you. I guess he's kind of a Hulk. He's a Hulk bear. Okay, I couldn't put him there, so I'm going to have to put something else here. How about the very festive bulldozer? That'd be perfect. This area definitely feels like it does not have enough festive stuff. It's got this little thing. Maybe I need to put one of the little snowmen outside his house. I think that's probably a good idea. I do also need to finish decorating the villager homes as well, as you can see. So that is going to have to be something I do too, because I want them all to have the same color theme. They've got to, you know, it's got to be the way we do things. This area as well is pretty empty when it comes to stuff like that, so maybe we can just throw in a few things. Got this little tree over here that kind of fits with the sort of color scheme, although the color scheme is going to change, to be fair. But for me, it's all about just adding in as much as I really can to these different places, so you're not going too far around the island without seeing something holiday themed. We do have Bob's Toy Shop down here as well, which I'm definitely pleased with. I like how this turned out. I have so many hybrid flowers now from doing all of this. It's actually quite ridiculous. I really wish I could transfer some of these over to my main island because I need them there much more than I do here. I just remembered the orange flowers have probably gone wild as well. I don't actually know why I put these down. I think it's more because I wanted to try and reuse them in some way or something like that, because I don't really like them, to be honest with you. They're not my favorite. This feels like a good sort of place to put the big illuminated tree, because this part of my island has always been very sort of sparse. There's never really been that much going on here. So giving it something a little bit extra, using these new items, I think is a good idea. I'm glad, because yeah, I've never really loved this part of my island. I always felt like I could have done a bit more with it. So it's nice to have a big centerpiece here. I also can't forget about Cephalobot's house, which is very much ignored. It's incredibly out of the way, so I tend to miss it a lot of the time, sadly, but, you know, I've got to do something here. I think I'll be really nice and give him my little gift pile. I think that's a good idea. Although I don't know. Actually, I've got an even better idea, because I've kind of got the little fire set up here. It's a little bit more rural where he lives. I'm going to give him the kid's tent. I know it's not technically a festive item, but it is one of the items that you get at this time of the year. So I think that fits. I think that fits the kind of vibe that is going on over here. I think Cephalobot would like having this, and he can have a little sort of camping session out in his own garden. That's cute. I like that idea. Thankfully, this part of the island is really well done now. I don't really need much else over here because, as you can see, I've just done a lot. However, I do think I need probably one more sort of centerpiece, and I was thinking about putting that over here, just because this area is kind of big and empty, and I think the absolute perfect thing to put in this area has to be the big festive tree. It just will fill it up nicely, and again, this is one of those areas that I know a lot of people are going to see and come to visit the island, so it just makes sense to me to have some of the more noticeable items and designs over this bit. And again, we've got lots of little details that are filling things out nicely, so I'm quite pleased. Okay, I only have a few more things to actually put out now. I basically have 2 gift piles, so I've got to decide which parts of my island just do not have enough whatsoever, and could really do with something that would help elevate them, and that something is going to be the gift pile. One thing I will say is, this challenge has been harder than maybe I first expected, and the main reason for that is the fact it is not easy to get these seasonal recipes. It is a lot easier when you consider the fact villagers can craft them now. I can't even imagine how hard it must have been before the 2.0 update, because honestly, it is still pretty tricky. So I'm definitely grateful for the fact that there are options. There are options to actually get them now. That helps out a lot. And I'm glad I've been able to get as much as I have in this short amount of time. There's only so much I can play each day in this 7 days. So I'm definitely glad I have been able to get a good amount, despite not being able to get literally everything. Also, I know American people like hearing British people say literally, or maybe you hate it actually, I don't know. But I'm sorry either way, because I hate hearing myself say it. Oh my gosh, these flowers. I really don't mind all of them. You know, I think having a decent amount of them just spread wildly throughout the island does kind of make things look nice. But at the same time, there's so many of them now. I don't know what to do. I did just notice that this area actually is very devoid of anything festive. So I think this is where the final gift pile is going to go. We've got to give a little present to Blathers. You know, Blathers is one of my favorite characters, I would say. So I think having a nice little pile of gifts for him is quite a cute idea. Okay, well, I'm feeling very happy with how the island is looking, honestly. So much work has gone into getting these recipes. And it is a shame I wasn't able to get a few more and craft a few more. But yeah, with limited time, it is quite difficult. But I'm still very happy with the amount of progress we've been able to make. And of course, we're not entirely done yet. We still do have the final day. However, I'm not planning on doing really as much decorating on the final day. I think the final day, day number 7 tomorrow, is more going to be touring the island and also kind of just giving my thoughts on everything and sharing some of my ideas behind things. I think that's a good idea. I didn't really decorate the campsite area at all festively, but I just think it kind of fits the wintry vibe anyways, you know? It's nice and cozy and warm, you've got the fires going and such, so I don't really think I need to do a ton of stuff over here. I genuinely do not know how people cope at this time of the year on their islands with this many flowers. How do you do it? Because this has gone way too far. This is absolutely crazy. I just cannot believe my eyes how much these have spread across the island. And yeah, don't get me wrong, some of them, I'm happy to see them and such, but also some of these are in such terrible positions now, such random, awful positions that just do not look good whatsoever. So I'm kind of forced to dig them up and try and make it look a little bit better somehow, but I don't really know how. I will also say another challenge within this challenge has definitely been trying to get enough of the resources, because honestly, getting the snowflakes and getting the ornaments and then getting all the other materials as well has not been the easiest thing to do. I have had a decent time getting some things, like I had really good luck getting the blue ornaments, for example, but then I still need a lot of gold ones and other stuff, and yeah, it was not easy. It was definitely a lot of just shaking the tree constantly for like 10 minutes and going back and forth picking stuff up when I ran out of room. So that was probably one of the bigger hurdles that I would say stopped me from being able to get just as much stuff as I wanted to. Okay, it is Cephalobot's time now. Thankfully, I do not have too many more villagers to change their houses because it is 9,000 bells each time and I don't have a ton of money. So that's good, but we're going to make all of them festive. That's really going to help tie everything together and kind of add the final sort of touches to the island, honestly. Okay, maybe let's try a red roof this time. I don't feel like that's as common. I can't remember though. Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think it's the red siding that isn't as common. Yeah, definitely. I haven't done that combos. Oh, look at that. That door is red and green. It's such a shame it doesn't match up very well. I don't know which one would be the best, but I wouldn't say that one. That one's okay. It's kind of a metallic sort of look, so I kind of need something that'll match that. Maybe that one. I just don't know if I like this siding. I mean, are there any other red sidings? Not really. That's a shame. Wait, but can I change the shape and get different sidings? I think I can. Yeah, I can. I don't have as many of these, so I might go for that, to be honest with you. I think that would be a much better look. Yeah, that's quite nice, to be honest with you. I think I have another villager who's pretty similar to that, but at the end of the day, they're all going to look pretty similar because they're just going to be red and green. I may be doing something that I never thought I would do in New Horizons. I am actually redeeming bell vouchers. I can't believe that I'm doing this, to be honest with you, because Nook Miles are definitely worth a lot more than bells, at least to me. But, you know, I desperately need the bells at this point if I want everyone's home to be decorated. Okay, I've got some more bells now, so let's do even more residents. In fact, let's try and get all of them done, honestly. I think I've got enough bells to do the final ones. I'm trying to remember who I've done. So I definitely haven't done these 4, okay. And I haven't done Sasha as well. Okay, I should be able to do them. Let's see. Okay, this is Flora's home. Slightly different sort of shape and size than some of the others, so I want to see what I can do with this. Oh, that color red is too good. Okay, wait, no, it's not red, it's orange. Okay, this one is red. Okay, I can kind of see that now, to be fair. I haven't actually done one of the house designs in this particular house style yet, so this is fun. Look at that, that's really cute. I like it. I'm just debating on whether to use some of the different reefs or not, because I know this is the festive one, but I feel like this one kind of fits too. I'm really stuck. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with this one. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Okay, now it is time for Drago's house. That'll be a fun one. I don't think I've done one in this layout either, so that could be cool. Is there like a green one that has the stones on it? Or this? Not really, sadly. There is this one, though, and I think that looks a lot nicer than the light one. I like the... Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. That could work. Or do we want to go... it's a tricky decision, but I think that one looks nice. I think that's a good design. And then maybe the red door? Yeah? Yeah, you know what? I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. I think generally my idea is to try and keep the houses as close to the villager's original home as much as possible. I don't want to change it up too much, you know, I don't want to change the actual shape and size and everything. I want to keep that fairly consistent. We've got 3 more villages to do, so I think I should have enough bells to do it, which is definitely very good news. Also, I just realized something. I actually forgot to put a reef on Drago's door, so I think I'm going to leave them out of these 3 villages. Just kind of to go with the idea maybe that, you know, not all of them put reefs up. That's completely fine. I think that's kind of a neat idea, actually. So yeah, I'm going to leave these 3 that I'm doing, or at least a few of them, without having a reef on their door. This is a great feature, by the way. It actually shocks me that the ability to change villager homes like this was not just in the game from the very start. In fact, here's a really fun piece of information that you might not know if you didn't play New Horizons when it was still getting updates. So obviously Nintendo would kind of tease updates and events and new features and stuff over on their Twitter account, And one time they actually showed off a villager home in the game that did not exist. And so of course everyone speculated about whether this could be a new update, maybe a new villager would arrive and that's what their home would look like. And Nintendo actually had to come out and say that it was a mistake and that, this home doesn't exist in the game. It's just was designed for the screenshot they were making. And, everyone kind of forgot about it. But then we kind of realized later on that actually the reason why they did that is probably because obviously they had the 2.0 update at Nintendo and they were probably testing out the home design feature, and that's why there was that home that didn't look like any of the others in the game. I think that makes perfect sense, honestly. There's just been a lot of the updates they worked on were lingering around in the game for a long period of time before they released them. So yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. It's just kind of a cool detail. There's also another fun fact as well, which is the same as that one. One time there was a glitch in New Horizons where not all of, but sometimes our villagers would go missing completely. And they were genuinely not to be found anywhere on the island. It doesn't matter where you looked for them, they were nowhere. So where could they possibly be? And I think generally the theory that floats around now is they were probably hiding in the roost, which of course at that time was not available in the game. So since it was technically available within the files of the game, Nintendo might have done something where the characters were appearing in there, as they can do on your island, but of course you couldn't access that content yet because the 2.0 update wasn't out. And again, I think that makes perfect sense. They were in an area that was inaccessible, that's why they completely vanished, because aside from that, you should be able to find all of your villagers somewhere on your island each day. Currently in the game, you can do that. There should never be a time where your villager isn't anywhere. And they came out and said they fixed that glitch, so it was definitely a thing. Okay, Sasha's home is the very last one. This is it, and then we have designed all of the villager homes and made them look super cute. So I'm very pleased with this. I think we've done a good job, honestly, and I'm really happy with how everything has come together. So that is going to mark the end of day number 6. We have one more day left of the challenge. So I will see you for the final day. Here we are on day number 7, the final day of my Festive Island challenge. I've set the clock back to Toy Day, which is where we're going to be saving the dream address later, and yeah, the island is officially done. We're going to take a little look around and just share some of my thoughts about everything, so let's do this. I'm excited. So first of all, I didn't get to fill every single little part of the island with festive items. I wanted to, but I was just very limited for time. And of course, there's no terraforming or anything like that, so I couldn't do any of the really crazy builds that might have been cool. But I'm still pleased with what I did manage to do. Like I said, I wanted to make it look like my main island, the way it was, had just been turned into a sort of festive place. I didn't want to change everything and rip it all up and start from scratch. I wanted to just add to what we'd already worked on, and I feel like I've done a good job at that. We've got lots of these snowmen around. They're one of my absolute favorites. I think that was the first recipe I got in this challenge, actually. Lots of little cute Christmas trees. And everything looks really nice on Toy Day as well. Like, all the lights look so bright, and it's snowing. It's great. Over here, just down below Resident Services, we've got a very small little plaza area, and I've customized these items to sort of be in the red and green colors that we've been using a lot around the island. Now, let's head sort of to the main kind of entrance to my island. Here we are. If you come in, you're greeted by this nice little snow boy. You've got a candle. And funnily enough, these crates, which I'd already been using, are already in red and green, so that's perfect. Nice little sort of barrel to, I guess it's for apple bobbing. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, no, I think it is to relax in, because I've seen capybaras relaxing in these. So that's how I know. Here we've got the Toy Day sleigh and a little tree, just sort of accentuating the Resident Services Plaza. Here's all my villagers enjoying Toy Day. Look how cute they look. I'm so happy that in the dream address they will be wearing their little Santa hats. And Toy Day itself has brought us in with all these really nice decorations on Resident Services with the tree and all this stuff around here. So that's going to help as well, I feel like. And all the lights on the trees too. Got a little bit over here at the museum, which looks nice. Now if we head up to Teddy's, we can kind of see the theme that we've done for the villager homes, decorating them all in the red and green colors. I've given some of them ornaments as well to have outside their house, so they did a little bit of Christmas decorating, you know. There's just, yeah, there's so much more I would have liked to have added to the design, I won't lie. But I've got to be happy with what I did manage to achieve, and I think it's a nice little thing to look back on in the future as well, especially with the dream address that'll be going live at the end. Here we have the nice tree in the used car lot. You know, maybe they've moved a few cars this year and they've brought in a really nice big tree to celebrate, who knows, but I think it works very well. I also added in a lot of the holly bushes that were not here previously because they work. Nice little big tree again as a sort of centerpiece for this part of the island. It's kind of a very open area. Now my favorite part of the island and the absolute best bit for me personally is the ice skating rink or ring, I'm not entirely sure. But as you can see, people have traveled in for it, and you know, they brought their cars in and such, and they can go ice skating. It's so much fun. I love it. We have another villager over here. I believe this is Claudia, whose home is decorated nicely. And the shopping district area as well has gotten some extra decorations. Resident Services, Able Sisters is also decorated inside. You can kind of see the little dress in there, the Santa dress, which is really cute. Also got a little tree in the little sort of shopping mart, which I like, you know, cute little detail. Even Cephalobot, who is very much, you know, hidden away from the rest of the island, has his own kind of little setup. It's mostly his house, but he's got the little kid's tent, which I added, as I thought that would be a cozy little detail. I guess it's not all about adding festive items either. Some of them are more kind of just cozy themed. Up here in this little area where you can sit down and relax, we've got the big illuminated tree. I really like that item. I just think it looks nice. This is another villager home. I believe this is Rolf. I like how his one came out. It's a really nice little design. If I want to go down here, once again, this is Daisy's. She's built a nice little snowman, so that's cool. And up this little pathway, we've got the big statues, one of which I also had back at the ice skating ring. But this one is green for some reason. I don't know why I went for that. Little pathway over here will take you to Drago's, who, once again, has decorated for the holidays, and he's got some little ornaments around as well. Same for Flora, she's done the same, and she's also got her very unique white-looking Christmas tree, which I like the look of. Small decorations over at the sort of park area, just down near Bob's house. And Bob has another one of the cool builds that I did, which is the toy shop, Bob's little toy shop, where he's selling a bunch of toys. So if you want to get some good bargains for Christmas, there you go, you can get them. If we head all the way back down here, we can head down this pathway over to Nook's Cranny. There's nothing really to show down there. I kind of blocked that part of my island off. There's Daisy. Got a nice big tree outside of Nook's Cranny, and just, I love their own little tree. I love the little garland and bell they've got. It's so cute. Just, you know, the vibes over here feel really nice. And if we head down this pathway over here, we have just a few more little decorations kind of scattered around. The campsite area I didn't actually decorate for the holiday season, which is kind of sad, honestly. But the good thing is, this area is already incredibly cozy. You know, you've got the warm fire, you've got the little lanterns and such, and just these little campfires and such, and places to cook. So I already feel like this area fits the vibe of the island in winter. And once again, these trees with their lights on them really help as well. They're decorating that I didn't have to do, which is kind of nice. Another illuminated tree over in this area. This area over here doesn't have anything, but it's kind of my little secret, sinister area. So make sure you visit that if you go to the island to uncover an interesting mystery. Not really too much going over at Sasha's, I won't lie. I could have done more, but that's why we've got Sasha's house decorated, you know. And if you do come to the island, make sure to go to Sasha's fish market. They've been doing a lot of winter fishing, which is nice. I think that is pretty much everything. There might be some more details that I didn't show off, but that's part of the fun of visiting the dream address if you want to. Let's go to my house now. So there's not a ton in my house, but I did try and do a few little things to make it festive. Like I changed out the nice red rug at the entrance. I changed the lighting as well. Added some stockings on the wall. And I've also got a nice little ice flake sculpture, reef, whatever you want to call it too. So that just ties that together. And there we go, the dream address has been officially updated, so you can visit it if you want to. This is the end of the festive challenge. I hope all of you watching, if you are watching this around that time of the year, have a great holiday season. I really hope it's a great time for you. I've definitely got a lot of fun things planned and a lot of videos that I'm excited for in the future as well, and other challenges too. Let me know what other challenges you'd like to see me do on this channel. I feel like I'm going to have to do a Halloween one next year, but maybe there's some others I could do. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I hope you enjoyed this island, and I hope you'll visit. If you do visit and you want to send me any pictures or videos, you can do so over on Instagram. I'd love to see that. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching and for your support, and I'll catch you for the next video and the next challenge.